Alright, we're gonna do the damn bandit camp. Might as well test this new armor out.
Remember how the blood pounded in your ears? They'll ring later, in the calm. It's a call to arms, from your inner desires.
Okay.
Or a cry for help.
I wouldn't fight it.
I can tell. Have you found a new partner yet?
I thought we were partners.
I have my own roads to follow, Nil.
And they seem to lead back to bandits. That works for me. I'm not suggesting a Karja wedding. I'm never lonely where there's killing to be done.
Okay.
So you used to be a soldier. You fought for the Karja?
Oh, for them, against them. An empire always finds its wars. You can't be picky. The new king of Vod saw things differently. Called an investigation into war crimes. Aren't all wars a crime to someone? Still, I raised my hand and volunteered.
You volunteered to investigate?
No, I volunteered my confession. No sense wasting time with an investigation. I was sent to Sunstone Rock for 2 years. The trade was fair.
They sent you to a rock for 2 years? Is this some kind of Karja ritual?
No, Sunstone Rock is a prison, south of Meridian, south of the Rain Gathers. Our new Sun King is a believer in rehabilitation, as am I. In the heat of a stone cell, in the dark, I learned to focus on what was truly important to me.
What were these things you did, Nil?
Acceptable things, under the circumstances.
Acceptable to who?
I don't make decisions. Let's just say the rules of engagement suited me. But rules are important. A structure. Cage. Otherwise, you know of those places, lonely places where people once were? Now just a hole cut in the world. Chances are, I was there before.
Yikes.
Time to move on.
A brief encounter for us, but the end for them. They were squalid lives anyway.
Wait, that was... I just didn't complete it before? Well, I guess that made it easy, huh? That's hilarious. And where are we? We're not that far, but... here we go! I guess we, you know, brief conversation. Brief conversation. Brief conversation. Blink, what are you looking at, bud? He's like staring... no, not at the unlit candles. I think he's staring at a bag. I understand that. You want to lay in the bag, don't you? Now you're looking at my thighs? What is going on in your head? Oh, now you're looking at, now you're turning away from me. You're annoyed, are you? Listen, I just have questions. Do you have answers? There's no webcam for them to use here. No, he's smiling now. Oh, I love my boy. Man, come on, that was supposed to be the end. You're supposed to load in the time I take to have a conversation with my cat. I'm not editing this part anyways. God, it would take forever just to edit all the load screens on this game. Oh!
She was incredible.
Alright.
Without breaking a sweat. I had no...
Palace of the Sun.
My duty is to guard.
everyone like my shiny armor? Reminiscent of Mjolnir. The blue thing is a shield. I should have really gotten that, but you know. Get out of my way! Y'all gotta do that every time. Nothing to see here.
Seems the bandits try to get past me. They'll have to fight. Mark my words.
The Sun King, the Sun King. Whoa, what's this? Cool. Okay. Why would you follow the Glitthawks?
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them, god, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then.
Did he come on to
Glad
her? I
that's
don't remember
behind us.
that.
Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Have you spoken to Blameless
Whoa.
Marad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
I did what? Okay. Oh, okay. How do I get down there?
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed, their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes. I'm afraid all we can do is wait. Get some rest at Olin's apartment, or tend to other matters.
Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted, which was completed by 0430. That's what, 4:30? So, or maybe in the morning. I hate military hour. Okay. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute, with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. And it's long. Alright, I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. The stanza or couplet or whatever leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's process too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed into my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Wait, are they all repaired? Oh, okay, no, just those two, and I already read the one. Oh, right over there? Alright, well. Excuse me, ugh. Burping. That's what I do. Ew, Jesus Christ, oh my god. That's gonna be one of my t-shirts when I get famous. Alright. Whoa. Oh, just that one? Okay, just that one.
Have you just polished that armor, Luther?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified. Thank you. And
Oh.
shiny.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If a Trawl were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
Don't ask me where to go if you're
What did you give me?
guard, not the town crier.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber after you arrived. Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night, I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army. Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Oh my god, she's a little nuts, but I like her. Are those the only two who showed up?
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luther?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
Oh, it's Teb.
Aloy. I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry. I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
These damn Oseram, stirring up tensions.
I just want the
Keep my
box.
eyes on them.
This place really couldn't be more different to the sacred land, could it?
No. Darn it! Halloween! Travis came by trick-or-treating, dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously, as if there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out of here to G Prime for final inspections with Harry's and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting, and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. Well, I mean, people blink like 12 times per minute. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. What? Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harry stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on a strategic situation. I'm wasted or something. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the... What? As though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Oh. I don't know what... My brain is... I'm not a good reader aloud-er. I used to be. Another 2 or 3 weeks, and the atmosphere won't be breathable. Oh my gosh. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show that we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is ±10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun. Words to live by.
Oh, I guess I gotta go in. Okay. Wasn't really sure what it wanted me to do. All the way up there? How am I gonna get up there? No. Okay. This one? No. Seems like it was the same one as before. Why did you tell me that then? Oh. Wait, what? What? Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I thought talking to... I don't know. Teb seemed to have a lot to say.
That's a nice spear, Uthed.
A shame a woman became somehow.
I like the way you whip it.
This, maybe?
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you. More of me. Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
Whoa! That's pretty cool. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna climb on you. No, it pissed them off. Oh, that was the preparation? Okay. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm nuts. Was I supposed to kill one of those things? Those machines are pissed.
clear that up later.
Is this that house? I think it is. There were like those people and their family was getting murdered, and turns out it was the son. I don't think I get there through here though. You still haven't cleaned up your house in all this time? Okay. I see. So swerve around and go like that, I think. There you are. Should have done that forever ago. Oh. Hey.
Talana, why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with Avad?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us. You can't ask me to stand by and watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
Thank you!
She doesn't much like being called Anointed, either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time.
Whoa.
And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I. Your friend, the Vanguard, keeps looking over. Up here, I'm not sure if the world has grown bigger, or I've grown smaller.
Blessings upon you.
She's that lazy that she has to ride the machine over? Yup.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
Y'all are nuts.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
Bad stuff.
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
What kind of machines have they got?
Big, ugly ones. From the ancients. Ugly and ancient? Like your mother?
Worse, like your wife.
That's enough. This is...
Such a close thing. It's been what, 43 hours since, it's Harry's, right? Or Jerez? Isn't it supposed to be on the Greek? Oh, I'm thinking Hermes. Okay, so this dude, we're gonna call him H. No, I think it's Jerez. Jerez. Said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita Salient. Look, I can say Wichita, but Jerez is giving me big trouble. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up. But they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests are on Kinks' smooth work to do. So they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed to the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I had abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really, really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia. 1 generation only. Update. That was General Jerez. The salient? Yeah, the salient has collapsed. USRC expects not to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us... expects to be overrun, not... okay. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. What the hell? Depressing! I still haven't reviewed, I guess. Oh, nope, look, there's still more.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
Hi.
Anointed.
Don't.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
That's it. That's it?
The Carja do not impress me. To build so tall is to invite the fate of the ancients.
Nothing else? I felt like something else might happen. Weird. Alright, well we've prepped. So, final battle, I guess. Yeah, I'm sad to see it ending. But the frozen wilds! Yeah, well... the thing is... yeah.